So welcome to your golf and tennis and Pilates class. We shall have lots of different exercises for different levels, so it's a mixed level class. You can take a modification if you need to, take a break if you need to, if something doesn't feel right. You don't have to do it and you can go back to a different exercise. But make sure we're breathing, lots of deep breaths, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. We're going to have a band, one of these. So if you have a band, it would be good to have that by your side. And we shall begin. So standing at the edge of your mat, feet are about hip distance apart. Pulling in those abdominals. We're going to start with a couple of roll downs to mobilize the spine. Inhale here. Exhale, chin to chest, scooping the belly. We're going to start to roll through the spine. You can soften your knees here and rolling all the way down. You'll start to push into the heels and lengthen the back of the legs until you reach the floor. You let everything hang heavy. Take a breath in. On an exhale, you're going to push into those heels and roll all the way back, up, through the spine. Head will come up last. Inhale here. Exhale, chin to chest. Scoop the belly, soften the knees, roll through the spine. All the way down. One vertebrae at a time. See, can we get us a little bit closer to that floor now? Inhaling at the bottom, exhaling to push into those heels. Restack the spine all the way back up. One more, then we're taking it to the floor. Chin to chest, inhale. Exhale, roll through the spine. Soften the knees. Can we reach a little further and touch the floor? If we can't, we're going to bend those knees. Put the hands on the mat and walk out. And we come to our all fours position. Wrist directly under the shoulder, knee directly under the hip. So we're going to start with a couple of cat-cows. We're going to take an inhale here. On an exhale, we're going to tuck the tail around the spine. Look at the knees. Hook up on those abdominals on an inhale. Exhale. Tailbone pushes out. Lower back, middle back, upper back. Open up those shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale. Tuck the tail and round the spine. Inhaling here. And let's take it back to neutral. And lengthen the spine nice and long. So we don't want to dip into that lower back. We want a nice lengthened spine. And we're going to take the hand closest to the screen. So you're going to take it out and you're going to reach up. And you're going to thread the needle and go under. Exhaling and inhaling to twist. Little rotation on that spine now. Let's go for 3, 2, last one, and bring it back. Changing sides. Right hand goes up. So it's not a great big twist. This is just the warm up rotation through the spine. Lift. Exhale to lift and rotate. Inhale. Under. One more. Exhale. Inhale. And bring the hand back down. Reset that spine. And I'm going to turn to you actually. We're going to take the right foot out. And make sure it's in line with the knee. And we're going to sit back, hinge the hips back onto the heel, stretching the inner thigh, opening up the hips a bit, and come back in. Exhaling. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. And up. One more. Exhaling down. Inhaling up. Take that leg back in. So take it to the other side. And making sure that toe is in line with the knee, we hinge back from the hip. Finding that stretch, that inner thigh stretch, opening up the hip. Exhale it back. Inhale it in. Two more. Exhale it back. Inhale it in. One more. Exhaling. Inhaling. And bring that knee in. I'm going to turn back now. Let's start to bring that right arm up. So we're going to reach it up. Open it out to the side. Bring it back and down. Same arm. Lift. Open. Lengthen. One more. Lift. Open. Front. Take it down. Now let's add in the opposite leg. We're lifting it up. We're just going to hold it there and bring it back down. We won't touch the knee off the mat. We're going to find that balance, that stability, to stay hovering that knee and hand for 4. Reach, reach, reach. 3. Back is nice and flat. 2. And 1. Take it down. Reset. Same thing in the other side. So the arm goes up. We take it out to the side. We bring it forward and down. Lift. Side. Forward and down. One more. Lift. Side. Forward and down. Resetting. Keeping those abdominals switched on. We're going to move with the leg now and arm. Lift it up, reach, 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 and pull it in. Lengthen and bring it back. 4, 3, 2, 1, and take it down. Let's move into a little shell stretch. Have a little pause. And let's take it to lying down. So, seated directly on top of those sits bones. We're going to start to roll down through the spine. We're going to warm up the glutes and the core. So, heels come as close to the glutes as you can, and relaxing the shoulder blades, wide collarbones. We inhale here. On an exhale, we're going to scoop the belly, tuck the tail, reach the knees forward over the toes, pulling in those abdominals. Inhaling at the top, exhaling to roll through the spine. Keep reaching the knees forward over the toes all the time. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck and roll it up. Inhaling at the top. Exhaling to take it down. Let's do 2 more. Tuck and roll it up. And take it down. Let's tuck and roll it up. And hold it there. So, we're going to go onto our tippy toes. We're going to start to do some footwork. We're going to press the heels down and pull them up. So working into those ankles now. And up. 6, 5, 4. Keep the glutes switched on and core switched on. 2. Last 1. Put the heels down. Roll all the way down. Inhale here. Exhale, tuck the tail and roll on. Let's take that right leg up. Now you can keep the leg bent like this if it suits you. Keep pressing into this left heel. or you reach for a more intermediate sort of improver level, reach the right leg up to the ceiling, we lower, keeping the hips level, and we lift. Let's go for 3, 2, and 1. Bend that knee, place it down, reset the pelvis. Inhale, on an exhale, lifting the leg up. Now, if you want to keep it like this and tap it down, do that. Otherwise, reach it up and lower. And breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1, and bend the foot. Place it down. Roll all the way down. Bring those knees into the chest. And let's hold it here for a second. Catching our breath, we start to open up the hips by opening up the knees, making circles. So pulling the knees towards you and opening up. 3 more in this direction. 2, 1. Let's reverse. For 3, 2, 1, and put the feet down. We're going to separate the feet, and we're just going to drop the legs. So dropping the legs over towards the screen to reach forward, keeping the 2 shoulders down. Your hands can go out wide if you want. We're kind of opening up the hips now and finding a stretch on that lower back and through the abdominals. And exhale. Inhale back to center. 1 more each side. Center. And back to center. Let's work on the core. So, abdominals. And we're going to start by lifting the legs up into tabletop. Widen the collarbones, hug in the abdominals. We're going to lengthen the leg to the floor. Toe taps to start. We always start nice and easy, progressing the exercise. And then you can go to whatever level suits you. For 3, 2, last one each side. Hold it there. Let's bring the hands behind the head. Clasp the hands together. Use the hands as a hammock to hold the head. So we're not pulling on the head. Elbows stay open wide. We're going to exhale it up. Inhale down. Exhaling up. And down. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Let's twist right elbow to left knee. Bring it back to center. Bringing in those obliques now, the sides of the body for rotation. This is what we need to warm up for our core to get through that golf swing and that tennis. Taking it nice and slow. The 2 hips are stable, so we're not rocking off the hips. We're just twisting from the navel up, trying to take the shoulder off the mat and reach over. If this is too much, you can tap the foot down, okay? We have 4, 3, 2, last 1, and take it down. Well done. We have a couple more of these. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to reach up. through the hands and take it down. Reaching up and take it down. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, we're going to lift the legs up into tabletop. So it's progressing. So if this gets too difficult for you, I want you to go back to the previous rotation. We're going to lengthen the legs up to the ceiling. Take the hands behind the head. And we're going to reach up and lower one leg and bring it back. 6. You can always bend the leg if you want to. 5. Keep them bent. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach, reach, reach. And then lower everything down. Take a nice full body stretch. Bring the hands to the ceiling. Chin to chest. We're going to roll through the spine all the way up. Now, reaching forward, and then we're going to roll back down. So a few roll downs. If you can't roll down all the way without flopping or collapsing, take the knees bent and roll through the spine and take the hands up. And keep the knees bent if you need to. And you inhale and you exhale, chin to chest, and you grab onto those thighs and you walk up the same way. And you reach forward. So take whichever modification suits you. We have 2 more like this, rolling through the spine. Inhale, exhale. One more. Rolling down. Arms overhead. Reach it up. Inhale. Exhale, scooping the belly. Rolling through the spine. And sitting up nice and tall. So I'm going to turn to face you now. And this is called, we're going to start a bit more rotation now on the trunk. So we want to move through the trunk here, keeping the pelvis stable. So we're taking our arms out wide. We inhale. On an exhale, we're going to twist, pulsing 1, 2, back to center. Now you're going to plant the 2 sits bones down. So don't lift off while you're twisting like this. You want to keep this down while we're twisting. So pulse for 1, 2, back to center. Pulse. Back to center. 1, 2. 1 more each side. Center and pulse. Pulse back to center. We hold it here. Going into saw. We twist. We fold forward and we reach your hand, scooping the belly back and reach the back arm back. Turn it inwards. Restack your spine in that twisted position. Come back through center. We inhale. Forward fold. Take it up. Back to center. Twist. Flex. Lift, restacking. Back to center. Twist. Flex. Restack. Back to center. And take the arms down. Roll those shoulders. And we're going to take it onto our tummies for some back work. So back of the shoulders and upper back. So coming down, lying on the floor. On your tummy. So you're pressing your pubic bone down into the mat. Hands are out wide. On an exhale, we lift up. Hands hover and then we take it down. We'll do a few of these, lifting up and taking it down. Let's go for 4. Squeezing those glutes, switching them on, pull in the abdominals. 3, 2, last one, and take it down. Now we're going to take it a little further, so if it doesn't suit you, go back to this first exercise. We're exhaling up, reaching the arms forward. We bend and take it down. Lift, reach, bend, and down. Lift, reach, bend, and down. 3 more. 2, lift, reach, and take it down. Well done. Let's come on up, pushing up with the hands. We have one more exercise on the floor before we move off. So, knees are directly under the hips, hands go slightly wider than the mat. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. We're going into some push-ups. So, this is the beginner version, pushing up, chest between the hands. If you want to take it further, you move the knees back, pushing the hips forward. We don't sink into the back now. Just push the hips forward, hug up on the abdominals. We go down 1, 2, 3, push up. We have 5 more. 1, 2, 3, push up. If you want to take it to the toes, 1, 2, 3, push up. I'm going back to my knees. 1, 2 more. 2, push up. Last one. 3, 2, 1, push up. And take a seat onto those heels. Have a little shell stretch. So, coming to standing, we're going to tuck our toes. Push off onto your tippy toes. And we're going to lengthen those legs as much as you can. And maybe a soft bend in those knees. Let the head hang heavy. And we're going to restack the spine. Pulling in the abdominals. Rolling through the spine. And taking it up. And rolling those shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Okay, well done. Now it's time to take our band. So, working on shoulders, we're going to work on some lunges and twisting and some balance. Okay, so let's stand with our feet shoulder distance, hip distance apart. And we're going to reach the arm. You're going to have a bit of a resistance on the band, okay? So the further you take your hands apart, the less resistance you have. So if you have resistance, good enough resistance, we want to feel the shoulders. So we need to work the shoulders. We want to have them nice and strong for our rotations, okay? And our swing. So we're going to take the arms up overhead, open. Now, I don't want you to push the chest forward. I don't want you to push the chest forward. I just want you to bring the arms back as much as you can, your own range, and take it forward. Lifting up and down. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding it here. Let's twist. Back to center. And twist. Back to center. Trying to keep the 2 hips forward on this rotation. And twist. Back to center. 2, 1. Holding it here. Let's take the arm down. and then take it down. So reaching up with the arm overhead and pulling with the arm coming down. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1, and take it down. Roll those shoulders. Take the band down. And I like to step on my band so that the band is nice and flat, but I like to have my foot in the band so the band is coming around the outside of my foot. I don't like it on the inside. That's just my preference. Make sure you're standing fully on the band. So we're going to start to work more into rotation now. So as we go with the golf swing, both our arms work, but we're just going to work this left arm first. With the tennis, we use our right arm, but we rotate fully through the body. We internally rotate this leg external when we turn out for the swing. When we turn away and get ready for our swing, we internally rotate this leg and externally rotate this one. So we're going to work on moving through that. Taking the band, depending on the resistance, you lengthen the band. And I just want you to bend into the left knee and take it up and down. We're just working on this left side of the body now. And reach. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take it to both hands. And I like to hold the band like this. And we twist. This time we're twisting through the spine. Still with the lunge. And twist. Let's go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the band, wrap it in your right hand. Turn your toes forward, and we reach. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Changing sides. Same thing. Placing the band down. Make sure it's nice and flat. Put your foot in. Find the resistance that feels good for you. You can turn the feet out slightly if you want. We're starting with the outside hand and left thigh to right shoulder. And we're going to lunge into this right leg. Let's take it up and down. Nice big breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it down. Both hands go on, rotating around the body now. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Woo. Wrap the band around the hand. Make sure it's nice and tight. And we reach. 8, 7, 6. Little lunge. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Roll those shoulders. Have a little shimmy. I'm going to turn to the side and move on to our lunges with a twist or rotation. So going to start, we're going to alternate each leg, okay? That kind of makes us be more focused on landing and then moving, transferring the weight onto the other leg, and then twisting back, and the same thing on the other side. So a lot to think about. So lunging forward, we take a step forward. Make sure the knee is tracking over the ankle, arms go out. We twist. So two hips are shining forward. We're twisting through the trunk, forward, and take it back. Lunge, twist, forward, and back. Lunge, twist, twist. We have 4, twist, 3, twist, 2, losing my balance there, twist, and take it down. Well done. Getting up the heart rate while we're doing that as well. So let's take into a bit of balance. So reaching the arms up, the leg lifts up, and really soften that left, the standing leg now. And we're going to take the leg back. You don't have to lengthen it, okay? Bring it back up and place it down. Changing legs. It's tricky. And take it back. Bring it up. And take it down. One more each side. Lift. And lengthen. Bring it back up. Oops. Take it down. One more. This mat is quite wobbly. Lift. So if you're on a flatter surface, might be easier. Lengthen. Bring it back up. And take it down. Let's put the mat, the band away. And we're going to come back down to the mat. So let's take it on a roll down. Chin to chest. Rolling through the spine. Take it all the way down. Soften the knees. Finding those glutes. Soften the knees. And roll through the spine. And take it to seated. And we're going to lie down. We're going to start cooling down now. So we're rocking one hip on top of the other, knees stacked, ankles stacked. You can have your hand, your arm, your head resting on your bicep. You can have a cushion under your head if you wanted and have your two hands out like this if it's easier. I don't have one, so I'm going to go like this. So I'm going to reach my hand forward and I'm hugging up my abdominals. I'm trying to find a little space under my waist as well. Okay, so I'm still really keeping that core active. On an inhale, I reach up to the ceiling. On an exhale, I want to keep pushing my knees forward. So I don't want to rock off my hips. I want to open up my top arm, open up the chest. Inhale, bring it back. So keep pushing the knees forward. Don't rock off your hips. We inhale to the ceiling, then we exhale to open up. Inhaling back through center. One more. Inhale here. Exhale, open. Reaching up, back through center. This time I want you to rock off the hips and open up the chest. So I'm going to move slightly forward. Inhale to 90. Exhale to open and rock off and open up the chest. The hips will rock and open up. and enjoy that stretch. And bring everything back through center. And let's change to the other side. Now you can just turn over. I'm just going to turn and move around the mat. So you can see, and my hips are stacked. My ankles are stacked. My knees are stacked. I reach my arm forward. Inhale up. Exhale. Open up. I'm trying to keep my knees pushing forward all the time. I can feel the stretch through my abdominal spine, opening up the chest area and reaching up. Inhale up. Exhale. Back to center. One more like this. Inhale up. Exhale. And bring it back. One more. This time we're going to rock off the hips. Inhale it up. Exhale. Open up completely. Let the two shoulders fall onto the mat. And just take a breath here. And then roll back to center and turn on to the back. So, taking the right leg or the leg closest to your screen, the ankle onto the opposite knee. You push that top knee away and you open up your hips. Lift the bottom leg if that suits you, otherwise keep it down. Thread the needle and lie back down. Pull that leg towards you and you'll feel stretch on the outside of the glute. The figure 4 stretch. And place it back down, changing sides. Ankle onto knee, push the knee open, leveling the hips and keeping them, giving a little stretch for that hip area. Then we lift up, reach, put the head down and pull that leg towards you and feel the stretch on the outside of the glute. And place the foot down. And coming up to a seated position, I'll turn to you. And we're going to take our knees, our feet open about hip width apart. We're going to place our hands down behind us. Turn the fingers behind you if that suits you. Open up the chest. And let's drop our knee. Try and get that knee down onto the floor. Trying to get that mobility in through the hips now. And switch. And switch. So if you don't need your hands, you can just use no hands and roll through those hips. Back to center. Lengthen the legs. And let's bring the chin to the chest. Fold it forward. Restack the spine, cross the legs, one hand down, the other hand up, and take a stretch. Fold forward, roll through the spine, over to the other side. Let the other hand follow, and take it to a side bend, back, and roll forward. Let the other hand follow. Back to the side bend, and take it up. And you're all done. I hope you enjoyed your class.